Which is also ties into the next question. So, as you mentioned, World of Warcraft created families, it created friendship, it created many groups, and that has been going on in the game and it's continuing going on in it. How does that impact the game development as the team inspired to continue doing great content so that continues to happen, continue doing gardening and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think absolutely, right? I mean, I think the game, we have had to evolve with our players and to grow up with our players in many ways, while also making sure that we're staying approachable for a new generation that's coming in, and that we're mindful of the inherently social nature of the game, balancing giving people the freedom and flexibility to play how they want to play on their own if that's their preference, with ensuring that we're also still recognizing and elevating the ability of the game, I think almost uniquely so among games out there, to form connections, to form relationships, because there's such meaning in that.
Yeah, and World of Warcraft is a good game to do that. It's an open world, you can get to know everyone. I mean, in my personal opinion, like Holt was sitting over there, I met him in World of Warcraft, raiding, and now I'm here, so there you go. So the next question, also a bit with new players. So 20 years of content, it's a lot of content. And when new players come in, that's a lot of things they need to go through it. And sometimes it's difficult to understand the story. Sometimes it's difficult to piece stuff together. I know like people like us who are content creators, we create content to help that. But is there anything that is going to come in the future that will help players ease more in? Or is that kept in mind as you develop new content to make sure that ease and for new players is easier?
I can speak to this a bit. I mean, I think it's an area where we know we have a lot more to do. We have done things like adding the new Exiles Reach experience, changing Dragonflight to be the leveling expansion. I think we recognize that while we have 20 years worth of content, we want to position that as much as possible as a strength rather than a barrier. And we want it to be there for players who want to explore it, but we don't want people to feel like they need to catch up on 20 years worth of stuff in order to play the game as it is today. That said, I think there's a lot more that we can do to just train players and to teach them about the systems of the game and give them all the information they're going to need to really, succeed and thrive when they reach max level. But, that's an ongoing balance of continuing to serve our existing audience with new content while making sure that the on-ramp to get new people into that experience remains approachable.